Will a new BRICS currency backed by gold mean the end of the global dominance for the US dollar, which is a fiat currency? This is by Michael Snyder. Is the global dominance of the US dollar in danger? In recent weeks, there has been lots of speculation about the introduction of a new BRICS currency that would be backed by gold. And here my goal is to sort through what is true and what is not true. From August 22nd to August 24th, the 15th BRICS Summit will be held in Johannesburg, South Africa. Back on July 5th, RT sparked a firestorm of rumors when it reported that a decision is to introduce a new BRICS currency that would be backed by gold would be made prior to the upcoming summit in Johannesburg. BRICS is set to introduce a new currency backed by gold, in contrast to the credit-backed US dollar, with the decision coming a month ahead of the bloc summit in Johannesburg. With the growing initiative, more and more countries are lining up to join that group, the BRICS group. In the aftermath of that report, many prominent voices were warning that the US dollar was in big trouble. For example, author Robert Kiyosaki boldly declared that the US dollar will die, quote-unquote. The end of the US dollar is near, said the best-selling author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, citing an upcoming BRICS summit in South Africa as a trigger. Kiyosaki is projecting that the BRICS group, comprised of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, BRICS for short, will announce their new gold-backed digital currency during its summit on August 22nd to 24th, and it will have dire consequences for the US dollar. August 22nd, 2023, in Johannesburg, South Africa, BRICS nations announced gold-backed crypto. US dollar will die, Kiyosaki tweeted last week. Trillions of US dollar rush home, inflation through the roof. Without a doubt, the dominance of the US dollar is under threat from multiple directions. But a new BRICS currency will not be introduced during this upcoming summit. During an interview with Bloomberg, one of the top executives at the New Development Bank publicly admitted that the creation of the new BRICS currency is a medium to long-term ambition, but he also confirmed that such a currency will not be introduced right now. The New Development Bank, a financial institution created by the BRICS bloc of emerging markets, does not have any immediate plan for the group to create a common currency, its Vice President and Chief Financial Officer said. While the members of BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, are pushing to conduct more trade between each other in local currencies, they are not ready to challenge the global dominance of the dollar, Leslie Mastrop said in an interview on Wednesday with Bloomberg TV, Haslinda Amin. The development of anything alternative is more a medium to long-term ambition, he said. There's no suggestion right now to create a BRICS currency. But that does not mean that really big things are not happening. In addition to the core BRICS nations, Bangladesh, the United Arab Emirates, and Uruguay are apparently getting very close to joining the New Development Bank. Those are relatively minor players on the global scene, but if Saudi Arabia also joins, that could change everything. There's lots of chatter that this could happen soon, and during a recent interview, Lobo Tigre said that such a move would be a watershed event, quote-unquote. Saudi Arabia joining BRICS would be a watershed event, he said. I think if we wake up and Saudi Arabia joins the BRICS alliance, the world would be a different world in a meaningful and significant way. And I agree, he says. If Saudi Arabia joins BRICS, it would represent an enormous shift, and that would probably greatly accelerate the transition to trading Middle Eastern oil in currencies other than the US dollar. Even without a new currency, it appears to be inevitable that BRICS is going to continue to accumulate more and more influence, more power and more influence. According to South Africa's ambassador to BRICS, over 40 different nations have indicated an interest in joining the bloc. 40. Anil Suklal, South Africa's ambassador to BRICS, told reporters on Thursday that more than 40 countries have indicated an interest in joining the bloc of major developing economies, but there is no gold-backed currency announcement planned for next month's summit. And Suk Lau also told reporters that a whopping 69 global leaders have been invited to attend the BRICS summit next month. Suk Lau said that Argentina and the major global South countries have applied for membership, and that other economically significant countries have expressed an interest in joining, including Bangladesh, the United Arab Emirates, Iran, and Saudi Arabia, and even some European countries. They are quite weighty countries, he said. He added that South Africa has invited 69 global leaders to attend the BRICS summit, demonstrating the bloc's interest in increasing its global influence. When BRICS was formed in 2009, many Western leaders did not take it very seriously, but now it has become a powerhouse. And during this upcoming summit, finding more ways for BRICS countries to settle trades in their own national currencies is something that will be on the agenda. Suk Lau says BRICS, which is made up of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, is looking to strengthen economic ties among member nations by settling trades in their own national currencies. What we have said, and we continue to deepen, is trading in local currencies and settlement in local currencies. Suk Lau adds that the decision of the U.S. and its allies to impose financial and economic sanctions against Russia for the war in Ukraine has catalyzed the move of the economic bloc to shift away from the U.S. dollar. They really do intend to move away from using the U.S. dollar. This is a process that will take time, but in the dominance of the U.S. dollar in global trading is definitely starting to erode. So whether the BRICS countries choose to establish a new currency or not, the truth is that things are changing. The U.S. dollar will never again be as dominant as it once was, and great economic chaos is ahead of us. The Western elite had dreamed of uniting the entire globe under one economic and financial regime, but right now the very deep divisions between East and West continue to grow with each passing day. And this is by Michael Snyder. He says about the author, my name is Michael, and my brand new book entitled End Times is now available on Amazon. In addition to my new book, I've written 6 other books that are available on Amazon, including 7-Year Apocalypse, Lost Prophecies of the Future of America, The Beginning of the End, and Living a Life That Really Matters, Commissions Earned. When you purchase any of these books, you help to support the work that I'm doing, and one way that you can really help is by sending copies as gifts to family and friends. Time is short, and I need help getting these warnings into the hands of as many people as possible. I have also started a brand new Substack newsletter, and I encourage you to subscribe so that you won't miss any of my articles. I have published thousands of articles on the Economic Collapse blog, End of the American Dream, and the Most Important News, and the articles that I publish on those sites are republished on dozens of other prominent websites all over the globe. I always freely and happily allow others to republish my articles on their own websites, but I also ask that they include this About the Author section with each article. The material contained in this article is for general information purposes only, and readers should consult licensed professionals before making any legal, business, financial, or health decisions. I encourage you to follow me on social media, Facebook and Twitter, and any way that you can share these articles with others is definitely a great help. These are such troubled times and people need hope. John 3:16 tells us about the hope that God has given us through Jesus Christ. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. If you have not already done so, I strongly urge you to invite Jesus Christ to be your Lord and Savior today. This is by Michael Snyder on the Economic Collapse blog. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.